Well, I was relieved she'd got a boy her age instead of some senior boy. And we like Kenny a lot. He's, wasn't really crazy about her going steady all the time, but, Kenny was a pretty good kid, and so he finally was just part of our family. Kenny was always working and couldn't do sports like they could, but he still had time to always be at our house. He must have got his work done early. So, well, we weren't ready to let her leave home, but, she did, and she, they had a happy marriage, and we helped them along, and because they were still needed help, but Kenny was a good worker, and so that was good. When Kenny and Winnie moved to Salem and the kids, I think it was a very good thing. Her and I had always done so many things together, and I thought it was time that she got out and kind of had more life of her own, and grew a little bit outside of home. And she was really homesick to begin with, but we went up there a lot. Went up there and helped him. For her birthday, I had a lady from Sweet Home that was a painter, painted a house, their first house over in Pleasant Valley, and gave that to her for her birthday, that they could always remember their first home. Mm-hmm. And it was a nice little home for them. Well, I think when they got the NW, it was a very good thing because they could all work together. Even I'm sure Stacy, at 3 years old, did something besides getting their way. And it was such a learning experience for Nisha and Terry, that the age they were. What an eye-opener to move to the city and see a lot of different kind of people and things going on that they had never seen in our little town of Sweet Home. It was good. It was a good thing. And they really learned to work, all of them. Oh, my daughter, how kind of a woman is she growing up to be? I tell you, she was, as a girl, she was kind, patient, always kind to everybody. I brag about her all the time. I can't say enough good things about her. She's a beautiful girl, lady, good to people, a good grandmother, a great mother, and I tell you what, anybody's lucky, and I sure am to have her for a daughter. One thing I like to do with my daughter is travel with her, because we seem pretty compatible, and she's always very caring for me and watching after me, and we liked a lot of the same things. That very unusual to like that many things that are the same. Oh, we've gone on a lot of trips. We went to California several times, took Nisha back to school 1 year, went to Mexico and San Francisco, did a lot of things like that. Yeah, a girl called me and wanted to do an article about Figaro's Pizza and the beginning of it, and thought that somebody had told her I would know who that was. So I said yes, it was my son-in-law and my daughter, and gave her their name and told her a little bit about him. I think I bragged a little bit because I said Kenny wouldn't brag, but I would. Then the Albany paper did a nice article about them starting the Figaros. Now that they're retired and have their home in California part of the year, I get to go down there at least once a year, and we go shopping and go to the open air markets and buy good fruit and do things like that, and shop till we drop, and then sit out in the sun. It's a nice thing, and travel around down there in the mountains and fall. Right. I never ever had any doubt that they wouldn't make it. They may have had a little fussiness sometimes, but I never ever thought that they wouldn't make it. I told Kenny in the beginning, she's got to stick with you because I'm not taking her back. You just got to keep her. She's yours. But they both have a strong commitment to marriage and to their family and to their work, and they like a lot of the same things. Golf has really made it. I think the golfing has been good. It's kind of taken over their life, but it's given them a life that they have something they can do together rather than Kenny going to work and her being home with something. And I think it's been very good for their marriage. One of the things I say about Kenny, I would trust him. Kenny is honest as the day is long. Whatever he does, he does it right. He's such a good person, but I'm very glad he's my son-in-law. I wouldn't ask for better.